Very famous saying that commitment leads to action. Action brings your dream closer. We had a commitment to provide you with the latest shipping news, and that gave birth to C24/7. And today, it is our dream to be the best and the biggest shipping news show. Hello, this is Atya Khan, your host and host, welcoming you to another brand new episode. Our shipping industry is always buzzing with a lot of new happenings. This week, representatives from the Port of Hamburg and the Indo-German Chamber were present at a press brief. To find out what was on their agenda, check out our report. Port of Hamburg, Europe's logistic hub for India, had its press conference on the 23rd of November. Hamburger Hafen and Logistics AG is considerably expanding business with India. Within the last 5 years, for instance, the number of weekly ship connections between HHLA container terminals in Hamburg and India's seaports have quadrupled to 20. Many representatives from the Port of Hamburg were present. Mr. Thomas Loci, Managing Director, HHLA Container Terminal, spoke about the advantages and various services offered by the port.
Port of Hamburg, I think, is one of the most important partners for India. We are the biggest Indian port. We are sitting at the right spot. We are in between the Indian market and the markets in Eastern Europe, and there's an old tradition, if you look at Russia, for example, in trading between these two great countries. And we are prepared to grow with our capacity to cover that. Port of Hamburg, we guess that at the moment we do roughly 8 million TEU, and we guess that we can triple the volume within the next 15 to 20 years, and we have to prepare ourselves for that, and that is on the way.
Mr. Bernard, the Director General of the Indo-German Chamber of Commerce, was delighted to be the Mumbai representative of the port.
India is already exporting more cars than China. By the way, many cars to Germany. Many people don't know. Even the people in Germany, when they buy a Hyundai car, they don't know that it comes from India, from China. The other development that we have in India, which is very interesting, and now I'm referring to you with your train system behind the harbor. There is the so-called railway corridor being built between Mumbai and Delhi. It's a huge project. Again, we're talking about a generation. And this project will of course be linked to the harbor, and it will tie up Mumbai and Maharashtra with Gujarat and eventually Delhi. And there we have a similar scenario as we have it in Hamburg. Very interesting, and from that angle I think if we from the Hamburg harbor can contribute with our experience that we had over the last so many years to the development in India, that can really help. And we, of course, from the German side, would be only too happy. For me personally, it is a proud moment that it was announced today that Indo-German Chamber of Commerce is going to represent Hamburg Harbor here in India.
Thus, only time will tell if the Port of Hamburg emerges as one of the winners from India's rapid economic growth. Napoleon Bonaparte once said that victory belongs to the most persevering. I think that was on the minds of the student of Mary, the Marine Engineering and Research Institute, who recently had their annual sports day. Here are a few glimpses of the event. history can be examined, but it cannot be justified or totally explained. We're simply there, sometimes at the wrong place. This holds true for Sakib Abdul, a seafarer from the MSC shipping company, who was falsely implicated in a case. He spent 2 years in an Algerian prison where he was accused for the death of a stowaway on his ship. A stowaway is a person who secretly boards a vehicle, such as an aircraft, bus, ship or train, to travel without paying and without being detected. Here is Sakib's story. Sakib Abdul joined MSC Shirley on 31st March 2008. On 24th August 2008, the vessel was in port of Algeria. Sakib spotted 3 stowaways lying in the forepeak stow. 2 stowaways fled, but 1 remained in the stow. He dutifully informed the senior officers. The ambulance arrived, followed by the police. The stowaway was taken to the hospital, but later passed away. Abdul Sakib was detained for further investigation. He was under judicial custody for 1 year, 10 months. Lawyers were appointed by the MSC. They also approached the Indian Embassy, the Indian government, NUSI, to arrange for the release of Sakib. Captain Hardi and Captain Basim talk about the problems they had to overcome to free Sakib.
Also, you must understand that this incident has happened in Algeria, where the local nationals are involved. So even the judicial system is going to play against, it will be more favoring that. And obviously they're seeing a mother who has lost her son.
Even in Delhi, they had a meeting with ministers, even Rahul Gandhi himself. I was with them. I was with his father and with his wife. They met there, approved the highest quarters, found their ministry. We moved all pillars what we could. And I have always been telling Sakib, he should be really proud of his family. They stood in the hard time.
It's important to understand Algeria is coast-wise very close to Europe. This is one of the places where people from anywhere from Africa use this place to move to Spain or Italy. It's a regular feature, it's not today. It's been over 20 years. That's the fastest way for them to get. So people, for whatever economic reasons, they want to leave that country and come.
The case was going on in an Algerian court, and ultimately on 2nd November, Sakib was released. Sakib returned to Mumbai on the 5th of November and was reunited with his family after 36 months. His father, who is an ex-seafarer himself with the same company, hopes that this does not happen to any other seafarer.
Before also, I'll not saw police station also except my passport and career. Even my family, nobody can see the police station also. So I'm afraid, I'm start to cry. How can I spend in jail? But captain told me that it's just on 4 days. So I said yes, okay, 4 days. But that's also I'm afraid because jail, normally in our mind, prison is not good place. There is always criminals. So we are afraid we are not criminals. So that is my reaction. I'm afraid I start to cry.
हम लोगों को तो बहुत बुरा लग रहा था, मगर क्या कर नहीं सकते थे क्या, तो उधर का कंट्री ऐसा है, उसका कंट्री का लॉ ही ऐसा है कि हम लोग
गवर्नमेंट से यही इंतजार है किसी को झूठे होप्स ना दो, क्योंकि गवर्नमेंट नॉर्मली वोटिंग के टाइम पे हमारे पास आ जाती है, लेकिन जब हेल्पिंग का टाइम आता है तो आंखें फेर सकती है। किसी को झूठे होप्स ना दिए जाए, जो करना है डायरेक्ट किया जाए। बहुत से लोगों को हेल्प की जरूरत है गवर्नमेंट की, लेकिन गवर्नमेंट हेल्प नहीं करते। और हमारी गवर्नमेंट अल्जीरिया में अगर हेल्प करना चाहती थी तो कर सकते थे, कि बहुत से कॉन्टैक्ट थे, बहुत से कुछ बिजनेस डील भी थे अल्जीरिया के साथ, तो कर सकते थे, लेकिन हमारी गवर्नमेंट ने कुछ किया ही नहीं, जस्ट हमारी फैमिली को घुमाते रहे। यही कहना है कि जब वोटिंग के लिए आते हो तो थोड़ी हेल्प भी किया करिए सिटीजन की।
Today Sakib is a free man, but what steps are being taken to prevent such incidents in the future? This is Adya Khan for Sailor Today TV. This incident raises one very important question. Today Sakib may be a free man, but has time come for international law or maybe guidelines when it comes to the safety of a seafarer? Do we need to start thinking beyond the IMO guidelines and come up with a more stringent law? You think about that and do let me know what you think at editorial@sailortoday.net. A seafarer's career can be exciting and rewarding, but it can also have its moment of stress. To cope with such moments, the DG Shipping has launched a 24/7 telecounseling helpline. So when in distress, feel free to call on the number below. On this note, I end this segment of our show. Hope you enjoyed it. And here's a parting thought. There is only one person who can ever make you happy, and that person is you. So smile often and worry less. Have a great week ahead.